You see, when I first met the Guruji, he kept saying, Paul is very sincere. So I didn't fully understand what he meant at that moment, but I do now. Paul is very sincere, meaning the interest was deep inside to explore and look at this. And it didn't relate to how much money I earn or what happens. It related to this means something to me, who I am, and what life is about. And with that are tools like I could enjoy doing the asana, I could grow with it, I could be challenged. I could learn the pranayama, grow with it, understand it, continue. So those were tools helping the process, and it becomes a way, a path, a way, not even just a method, and becomes part of your life. And I have strong educational background. I could easily have other work in different careers, but the interest for the personal discovery, call it a spiritual path, call it, what life is about, who am I inside, was the strongest interest. And I said I will follow that and let the rest happen. See? So one thing would lead to another. So being a young student, to learning from the teacher, to deciding to spend time in India, one thing would just grow. But I managed to do it while building things in Thailand as well. So I was devoting myself to the path, but working in the world. Okay, have a family, build a center, continue the teaching, stay as a student, continue practice. Yeah. So I didn't actually run away or avoid, but after a while, it became clearer what my path was. Because I've done other things too, Those other things helped me understand that I'm not that interested in those things. See? So, I believe in looking at myself, working on myself, refining my character, living with certain values, hopefully treating people well, right? Be kind, be nice, be honest. At the same time, you have to be clear, you have to be strong, you have to do things. And I feel yoga, its practices, have helped that process. But it's a process of what you practice, what you understand, how you reflect. I think you need a teacher and an environment and a continuation for that to happen. Which is actually like you asked about the concept of the training, the teacher training, that's really the concept. It's not just here, let's do some yoga poses and have a good class. It's like, can you understand this? I would like you to. And even if we plant the seed of understanding, let that understanding develop and grow for the next few years. Because it is a process. And then, because I have taught 38 training courses, okay? By the time of the Taiwan training, next year might be 39, right? So that's well over 1,000 students personally. And many will say, yeah, many are teaching, even here at Space, etc. But it's more that there was something personal for them. And you kind of have to create the environment, the space, for something potential inside to grow. And that's why I'm in it. The training is really just to share that, for people to find it. My first requirement is that the student is dedicated, interested, and sincere. It's not like, oh, I started yoga 3 months ago, I really, really like it, I take lots of classes. You give it a little more time, of practice, and you go past this emotional hype, high enthusiasm to a genuine interest and enthusiasm inside. See? And so that's what I look for. And then the student might be stiff or not stiff, because stiff or flexible doesn't matter. They still have to develop a particular internal center. See? So it's not about skill in asana, though we can cultivate and develop that further. It's about this in the heart and the reflection of this, with that. So then, because I always say, well, who will still be here in 20 years? Who's going to keep this up? I know maybe 2 years I'll see you, 3 years. And then, it's not about who's stiff or flexible, it's about who has the interest in here. So that's the best quality, yeah? And there's practical things. Maybe you actually want to actually teach. So there's a practical thing there. It's a possible job, yeah? And maybe that's right for you, because many who have done the course in the past are now full-time teachers, and it's right for them. And then some are not, but they have grown from it, you see. So be interested in growth, and maybe your personal interest is also to teach, and maybe it's to grow your practice. So the key in that is sincerity, interest, dedication, which shows up after a period of time, 1 to 2 years in practice. I am involved in the scientific world, PhD studies, taking these yoga practices into the biological, physiological brain sciences. Now with that, the teaching can vary. So there's teaching of yoga practices, there's teaching of science with yoga, there's teaching of how yoga can help in particular cases, be it depression, be it anxiety, be it in stress, etc. So then you understand the biology, physiology, and the yoga practices. And then we research and proof. So my purpose is research, teaching, helping. Combination.